to some of the biggest pay-per-view events of the year. Today, we're in Los Angeles at the press conference for the upcoming bout between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Miguel Cotto going down May 5th in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Now, Floyd, who we all know is undefeated and is definitely in the conversation for greatest of all time, will be going for his second title in the 154-pound division. But Cotto, who's coming off of a hot streak with 2 big wins and who has definitely fought very well in the past against fighters like Mayweather, will not go down easy in his 3rd title defense. In addition to the main event, we'll also be sitting down with Sugar Shane Mosley, who will be taking on the young Mexican title holder, Canelo Alvarez. Stick around, because AT&T Uverse is about to give you an inside look.
May 5th will be the Super Bowl of Super Bowls of boxing. Traditionally, May 5th has always been reserved as the day for the big fights. The biggest names are fighting, and this year is no exception to that.
All right, I'm now joined by the man himself, Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
Big fight coming up. You and Miguel Cotto. Excuse me. Talk to me about it.
May 5th, another blockbuster. He's the super welterweight champion. I'm the welterweight champion.
You know, I really sometimes have to pinch myself to have Sugar Shane Mosley, Canelo Alvarez, Miguel Cotto, and Floyd Mayweather, all 4 guys on one card. You have the #1 pound-for-pound fighter with Floyd Mayweather, and with Miguel Cotto, you have one of the top pound-for-pound fighters from an excitement point of view.
Talk to me about this matchup.
It was a fight that Floyd had asked for quite some time ago, and it never materialized, but both guys are in their prime.
Do you feel like you're the challenger, or do you feel like he's the challenger?
He's a challenger, I'm the champion, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be on my weight class. I'm going to be the power and the strength guy. I'm going to prove to the world I can be the same speed.
When an opponent faces Floyd Mayweather, you see the difference between facing a God-gifted opponent and a talented opponent.
What's Cotto good at? What are his strengths?
He's a boxer puncher. Like, I look at Miguel Cotto as an undefeated fighter.
Why do they match up so good?
You know, with Floyd Mayweather, you have a fighter who is undefeated, who just refuses to lose, finds a way to not just win, but dominate fighters. Here with Miguel Cotto, his last performance against Antonio Margarito dominated, destroyed Margarito, is coming off with a tremendous momentum. You know, Mayweather is going to have his hands full. It's definitely, without any question, the most difficult, most dangerous opponent Floyd Mayweather has fought so far.
Here we go again, right?
Here we go again. We done been here before, it seemed like 1,000 times. It's gonna be this guy, it's gonna be that guy.
It's still here, it's still undefeated.
Everyone wants to fight for it. They're all lined up at the door, wanting a shot at the champ. They know he's called Money Mayweather for a reason.
Big fight coming up. Cotto, Mayweather. What does it take to beat this guy? No one's beat him yet, so what does it take?
Very easy. Again, good preparation, trying to get advantage over Mayweather's weaknesses.
I don't want to stop until I found it to beat Mayweather on May 5th. Thank you.
Now let's talk about that undercard a little bit. We've got Alvarez and we've got Sugar Shane Mosley going against each other. 21-year-old versus a 40-year-old. What are we going to see out of that fight?
You know, a lot of people have counted Shane Mosley out, but they have counted him out many times. They counted him out when he was at Staples Center fighting Antonio Margarito a couple of years ago. He was like a 9-1 underdog or something like that, and guess what? He turned back the clock, not only dominated, but knocked Margarito out. You can never count out a legend like Sugar Shane Mosley.
As a boxer, 40s, I mean, that's up there for a boxer, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, you have to love the sport. You have to love what you're doing. And I love to box.
This cat's, what, like 20 years old, whatever. It's about a 20-year age difference between you guys. How big of a factor is that going to be?
You never underestimate a younger guy. He's very talented. He has good punching power.
How do you feel going into this fight? Despite all the legend stuff, you're going to fight a 40-year-old fighter.
Obviously, you know, this is a major big fight and I'm expecting to win. And then if everything comes out, the result is going to be okay in my favor. It's going to be the key to the major league of boxing. To become a legend, you have to defeat the legends. And Mosley, obviously, is a legend, and I'm expecting to beat him.
Canelo is an up and rising Mexican superstar. And I just want all the fans to tune in, the Latin fans, the Spanish fans, because it's going to be a crazy undercard.
21, 22 years old now, like a rock star in Mexico. His fights are watched by 38 million people on national TV, free over the air. He's a heart of a lion and is up to the challenge to go and not only win against Mosley, but he wants to make a statement.
Let's talk about your nickname. How'd you get it and who gave it to you?
I came to the gym one day and my trainer, Jose Reynoso, he started to call me Canelito, which is a small cinnamon. But then suddenly he just called me Canelo because I was a small fighter. No, I love my nickname, you know, and I'm gonna keep it forever.
So what are you the best at? Like what do you know? Like you're like, I'm really good at.
I can box, I can punch, I can do all different things. So when I got in the ring, if the guy was a boxer, then I can be the puncher. If he's a puncher, I can be the boxer. I can kind of create on the go, if you will.
When did you start boxing?
I knew about boxing before I knew about anything in life. You know, when I was born, I only lived less than a block away from the boxing gym.
Okay.
And when I was a young boy and they didn't take me to the boxing gym, oh, I cried.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I cried.
When did you get started in boxing?
When I was 11, I was a chubby guy, and I entered to boxing to try to lose those extra pounds.
When did you start your training?
I started training 2 weeks ago.
Is there anything you have to kind of adjust for going into this fight?
I just trying to prepare myself for anything he can bring. Now with Pedro, I know, and I'm pretty sure he's going to give me the key to beat Mayweather on May 5th.
Any different training strategy?
Everything changes. Sparring partners will be different. The complete technique of training will be different.
So how is Floyd doing? I mean, as he's getting older, is he still holding up? Has age become a factor at all?
Not at all. He really enjoys working out. This guy's crazy.
Yeah, the 2 o'clock in the morning workouts are crazy.
That's why he's the best at what he does.
What keeps you motivated?
I don't want to lose. Miguel Cotto, he's one of the best fighters out there, a guy that I can't overlook. So I have to go to camp, be at my best, and it's killer zone. Kill or be killed.
What does Miguel Cotto have to do to beat Floyd Mayweather?
He will have to go and prepare himself as he always does. And once he's on the ring that night, he will have to follow the exact fight plan and strategy that will be designed, and he will win it.
Miguel Cotto is one solid, tough cookie, and I know that going out there May 5th, this is a guy I know I can't overlook.
So let's talk predictions.
You know, I was born in Switzerland, so I'm going to be neutral. I have to be neutral. But all kidding aside, I think in the Alvarez versus the Canelo fight against Shane Mosley, I would probably pick Canelo youth over experience.
Shane has still a lot left in the tank. Canelo's going to be in for a big surprise. I think that Shane will really get up for the fight because everybody's counting him out, and I think that he'll rise to the occasion.
How do you see the fight going?
I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna be very well prepared just to give a great fight action to the fans.
What is your game plan? How does this fight gonna go in your mind?
I believe that experience will prevail. I'm going to be holding my hands up victorious at the end of the night.
I think the weight is going to be a major issue for Floyd Mayweather. I think he might just have bitten off a bit too much. I would not be surprised if Cotto is going to be able to wear down Mayweather and score what many will predict as an upset.
What kind of fight are we going to see on May 5th?
You're going to see a great competitor. You're going to see a fighter prepared from A to Z, and you're going to see a extremely clever and intelligent fighter that will follow a carefully devised strategy to beat Floyd Mayweather.
So, talk to me. How's this fight going to go down? Give me some predictions and just tell me how the fight's going to go.
Toe-to-toe battle. You want to get the fans excited. Why not?
Are we going to see another knockout?
Absolutely.
Is this the night we're going to see Floyd Mayweather fall?
I'm going to prepare myself for that.
If you win this fight, what does that do for boxing?
Facing a guy like Mayweather and prove to the world what I'm capable of doing over the ring is amazing for me.
How's the fight going to go down?
I think it'll be a great, entertaining fight for probably about the first 4 or 5 rounds. And then I think that Miguel Cotto will hit the canvas.
Can we get another knockout?
Oh, there's no doubt there's going to be a knockout.
Tell the people out there that, you know, watching right now, why should they tune in Cinco de Mayo and watch this fight?
For everyone that's watching right now, AT&T is #1. Floyd Mayweather is #1. Miguel Cotto is #1 at super welterweight. But I'm #1 in the sport of boxing.
Boom! There you go. You heard from the man himself. You can catch that right here on HBO pay-per-view on AT&T Uverse May 5th. Do not miss it.